Humans are great at holding grudges, but sometimes those grudges get so ridiculous that they turn into full-blown feuds. So today we're looking at 3 of the pettiest, most absurd rivalries in history that got way out of hand. 1. The Hatfields versus the McCoys, the pettiest family feud ever. You've probably heard of the Hatfields and the McCoys, but did you know this famous family feud started over a pig? Back in the 1870s, these two Appalachian families hated each other. Then one day, a Hatfield accused a McCoy of stealing a pig, and instead of settling it like normal people, they said, "Let's just murder each other for the next 30 years. This family drama spiraled into full-blown violence, ambushes, and even a Supreme Court case. By the time it ended, over 12 people were dead, all because one guy couldn't handle losing a pig. In the year 2003, yes, 2003, both families finally signed a peace treaty. So next time you get mad at your neighbor, maybe just let it go. 2. The Toledo War, 1835. Michigan versus Ohio? Yes, really. Next up, Michigan and Ohio once almost went to war. Over what, you ask? A city? A resource? Nope. A tiny strip of land with, like, 5 trees on it. Back in 1835, both Michigan and Ohio claimed a useless, swampy piece of land called the Toledo Strip. They spent years arguing over it, until Michigan finally said, "You know what? Let's send in the militia." Yes, Michigan literally sent an army to fight Ohio. Ohio responded by sending lawyers. And while the legal battle dragged on, the only actual combat in this war was a guy getting stabbed with a pocket knife. In the end, the US government stepped in and gave Toledo to Ohio. As a consolation prize, Michigan got the entire Upper Peninsula, which honestly, way better than Toledo. Fun fact, Michigan got way more land out of this war. Ohio got a city, and Michigan got a vacation paradise. Not bad for losing. 3. The Erfurt latrine disaster, 1184. Medieval politics gone wrong. Our last story isn't technically a war, but it's definitely one of the worst political meetings in history. And it all happened because of bad plumbing. In 1184, King Henry VI of Germany called a meeting to settle an argument between 2 feuding lords. The problem? The meeting was held in a castle with a weak wooden floor. While they were yelling at each other, the floor collapsed. And below the floor, the castle's sewage pit. Yes, about 60 knights and nobles literally fell into a giant medieval toilet. Some drowned, some got stuck, and those who survived had the worst day of their lives. The king didn't fall in, so he probably just watched in horror like, well, that escalated quickly. Moral of the story? If you're going to have an important political meeting, maybe don't hold it over a giant hole full of poop. So what did we learn today? Humans have fought over pigs, swamps, and extremely bad construction choices, which just proves that history isn't always about great battles and grand strategies. Sometimes it's just a bunch of people making terrible decisions. Lesson of the day? Hold fewer grudges, avoid swampland wars, and for the love of history, build better floors.